Hey guys, welcome to another live unboxing here at Aquarium Central, and we do apologise for the delay. We did have to wait on a couple of deliveries to arrive that were running late again. So after this week, we are going to push back our live unboxing until 1 p.m. on Fridays due to consistent delays in fish arriving. Now there is a couple of goodies in this box today that we did want to wait for, and that's why we pushed this back. So without further delay, let's get into it, and we will start off with a couple of crackers first, just to for those people who have been waiting. So first off the lot, we have a series of different types of Oscars have arrived. So we did rebag these ones because they weren't that well in the bag when they arrived. So we've rebagged them. We did want to show them. These are your long fin tiger Oscars. So the standard tiger pattern, you can see the pattern in the bag. It's quite good. Considering they've been in transit, you can see that nice little pattern in them. Nice long flowing fins, good size. They're about 7 to 9 centimeters, these guys. So that's your long fin tiger Oscars. All right, along the lines of Oscars, we've got some more to show you. And again, this guy here. So this is your albino tiger Oscar. Again, some nice pattern in the bag. It's really hard to show it down camera, but it is showing predominantly a lot of red. Get this guy in that tank, feed it some really nice colour food, and that pattern will really show out. And another Oscar coming out. And again, so that was the albino version. This is your regular tiger Oscar. All right, so these are 9 centimeters in size. Nice strong pattern on this one as well. So that's your red tiger. Really nice, healthy looking fish, which is great to see with Oscars. Often they do arrive sulking. As you know, if you keep Oscars, Oscars sulk. So they often lie on their side when they arrive, as this one was just doing before we picked it up, was lying on its side. And this guy here, this is your albino. It's a non-tiger pattern. This is a full albino Oscar. Again, this guy, it's just under that 9. It's probably 8 centimeters inside. And it's almost, it's not showing on camera there, but it's really red. All right, so there's been some really nice chilies coming into Australia and some super reds. This guy is not quite either of those, but it's really good color. And this guy here, so we had the albino just then. This is your regular red Oscar. Okay, again, not tiger. This is a full red body. Now this guy is full red through the whole body. Can't wait to get it in the tank and actually see how good it looks in the tank. It doesn't show up on that camera there, and I know that they are double bagged. They do that double bagging, you can see there. That's sort of blocking you guys from seeing it on camera. I'll turn around. Sorry about the writing there on the screen, but yeah, there it is. Now this one here, this is a ripper. Now these are the best we've had come into Australia, and we got these in just for you guys to have a look at. Look at this guy. This is your lemon Oscar. Now look at the size of them. They're around 15 centimeters in size, but look at that glowing yellow. All right, full yellow body, beautiful. So not to be mistaken as a poor quality red Oscar. As you can see, this is lemon. Now, the other camera, which is going onto YouTube, is showing a lot better color compared to what you see on Facebook. So if you do want to see this guy, as I'm holding it up to you right now, do have a look on our YouTube channel next week. We'll post it up there. It is absolutely glowing yellow. Now, we'll get these into a tank. We'll probably try and get a video of these and post it up on our social media later on in the week. Absolutely sensational fish. There is only 5. And they are on a super duper price. They're $149.99 each, which is half price. So do come down. There's only 5 to go get. So don't miss out. If you're local, come on down and have a look. Now, we're moving along into some African cichlids. Now, these guys, they won't show you much in the bag. They are your albino Afra cobway. So the kobu or the cobway Afra gets that little yellow crown on the male as it matures. Being albino, it doesn't show as much color as the standard. But we'll still get a little bit of a yellow cap on it, a little bit of light blue and white barring on these guys. So that's your albino cobway or kobu Afra. It's a Tanganyika, Malawi cichlid. It's a little Maboona, quite aggressive little fella. Now, talking about Maboonas, we have got these guys. We haven't seen these guys for probably 2 years. And this guy is the Fulborni. So really cool African cichlid. It's the only African cichlid that you can tell the sex of from birth. All right, so once that egg hatches, you can sex these guys. And being so, the females are that light creamy color. You can see them in the bag. They get a little bit of marbling on them. That's your female. And the rest are now your males. They haven't colored up yet. They've got that juvenile silver coloration, but they will go a sort of a sky blue, little bit of light barring on them, little bit of color on the top fin. Really cool fish. Got that blunt snout on them. Good for grazing off the rocks. So that's the full Borneo. That's the Libidotropheus. So haven't seen it for 2 years. We got maybe 25 in the bag here. As you can see, male and female. So if you are looking for male and females, they will be online as unsexed, but you can leave a note at the comment in the checkout and just say, I would prefer this in male and female. What we're not going to do is we're not going to pick you out 10 females and give you 2 males, all right? That's just not fair on everyone else, but we do try to make sure everyone gets male and females. And if you want just a boy, make sure you mention that. All right, another exciting one. First time here at Aquarium Central. Had these myself in my personal collection many, many years ago. And this guy here is your Moba frontosa. So it's the Moba Zaire Blue or the Zorro frontosa. Gets this really black mask across the eyes compared to other frontosas. Doesn't get as big a noggin on the head, but it certainly gets a lot more blue than your standard frontosa. And so he's not going to look amazing in the bag. He's looking a little bit dark to you guys there, but we'll get him in on some nice calcium carbonate gravel here, get them settled in, and we do only have 4. And it does look like this male and female. So we'll have a bit of a look ourselves later on and see if there is this one and see if they are male and female, because they're very hard to sex. But it does look like there is some male and female. So I've only got 4 Moba frontosas. So if you're not familiar with the Moba, jump on Google, just Google Moba frontosa or the Gibberosa, and you'll see it's got that black mask of Zorro on its face. Another one, that's it for the African cichlids. But we've got your little American cichlid here, and this is your blue ram. And look at them, they're really, really fat and healthy. So really chunky guys. And I believe these ones, by the looks of them, they look to me like they're the Australian bred German. All right, so it's not bred in Germany, it's the Australian bred. They're bred here locally in Queensland, up north Queensland, and they're really fat and chunky. All right, let's get into another box. We don't do all fish here anymore on Fridays as we unbox them, because there's just too many. I think we've got about 15 boxes just arrived, and we do cut it down to just pull out a few of the nice things. We don't want to show you every week every neon tetra and every other fish that comes in, but we do try to pull out some goodies for you. All right, so moving along the goodie trail. Okay, so just a couple of fresh fighters. We have a huge shipment of fighters coming next week. But to get us over until next week, look at these guys. Beautiful mustard. Absolutely nice mustard gas frontosas. So the mustard gas traditionally is blue in the body with that really bright orangey mustard tail. And you can see there's sort of like a feather tail on these one, or a rose tail. Got that little kinkly wavy tails on them. Really cool fish. And we did get a shipment. I just got 2 to show you, but we actually got quite a few males and females in today. And these are your twin tails. So your twin tail betters. Beautiful, nice creamy color one here with red fins, and then we've got a nice blue one here, a little bit of green in it, some little bit of red in it. So we've got quite a few to choose from. We'll get those out on the show now. The guys are out the back getting them ready for sale, and quite a few females, and there's actually some flag tail females out there, and also some mascot females. So we'll just put them on as assorted, but if you're local, come down to the store, grab yourself some of those special ones. Rolling along. All right, one we get here quite often is your little bumblebee goby. Really, really interesting little fella. Now, we get asked all the time, are these saltwater ones? No, they're not. They're not the salt. Yes, they do like some salt, but these guys will live in your freshwater aquarium. Okay, so these are being bred for the aquarium industry, and they do well in that tropical environment. But, of course, they do like to have a little bit of salt, so if you've got an aquarium where you can keep some salt in there, they will appreciate it for you, but we certainly don't keep them on salt here in the store, and they do quite fine. Really cool fish. They stick on the glass. They only get to about 2.5 to 3 centimeters in size, but they can eat a fish almost half the size of themselves. So just be careful if you've got them with little neon tetras and stuff. They will have a little feast on those. Cool fish. Another new one here at Aquarium Central, and this is a killifish, and we do have male and female, so we will try and list up some pairs of these for sale. And this is your Australia Fire Gold. Now, look at the color of them in the bag there. Absolutely sensational. Now, these are in a white box, just been through shipping, and look at that color. Now, they're showing that intense color because these are German bred. All right, so the Germans doing what the Germans do. They're very good at line breeding and bringing in better quality, better, higher grade colored fish. So, absolutely stunning fish. First time here at Aquarium Central. The staff are drooling on these, so some of the staff may pick up some of these and take them home this afternoon. The Australia Fire Gold. if you're local, come down and have a look at them. We'll also, if there's any left, by next week when we get around to filming them, we'll get a video of these for you. Okay, another one here, great for those nano aquariums, and that is your sparkling grommy. Now, we did sell out of these at the start of the week, but we've just got some more in, and they're nice and healthy, as you can see there. Got that little blue iridescent eye on them, that little flecks of pearl on the side, that's why they call them sparkling. Nano species, doesn't get very big at all. All right, so if you like guppies, these for me have to be my favorite. I have got some of these at home. My son is breeding these at home, and I do have a video, we'll put overlay on this video, just showing what they look like once you get them into your home aquarium. And now these are your sky blue, or some people call them topaz, albino guppies. Now I'll try and get it on the camera there. Look at the color in the bag. All right, but we'll get that color overlay for you to show what they look like once you get in the aquarium. Absolutely sensational fish. Might have one or two females left in the store, I'm not sure, but we do have, I brought all the males. All right, so this is the last of the males from the wholesaler, so don't miss out. You can see the quality of them. Really cool fish. Moving along, guppies for those guppy keepers, and yeah, this is just your everyday green cobra male. All right, so as you can see, that greeny snake skinny pattern on the tail there. It's just a standard line here at Aquarium Central, but they're nice and healthy. Look at them in the bag there. They're very healthy looking fish. These are all males, but we have females as well, so good for the kids if you want to breed these. Both male and females are available. Moving along and speed it up a little bit more, and we've got our Moscows here. Now these are a blue Moscow. See that blue sheen reflecting in the light there on the camera. Being a Moscow, they do have colour from the tip of their nose to the tip of their tail. Now we bring these up every week, and the reason why we bring them up every week is look at them. All right, they're the most popular guppy in store at the moment, and these are your luminous tiger guppies. Now we had some male and females last week. I don't know if we've sold them all, but there was some females available for these guys, so they're still on the vet website. Jump on them. Moving on. Okay, so we actually got a request for these, funny enough, this morning, and then we haven't had them before, and we were able to get some. So these guys here are your dragon mosaic females. Okay, so we've got plenty of dragon mosaics in the store, but we don't very often get the female, and this is them here. All right, so some of these guys, you can see a little Dumbo on the side of the females, not very big, not like the males, doesn't get the color like the male, but this is the female. So if you want to breed those dragon mosaics, here's the females. There is only 15 of them, so we don't expect them to last very long. Okay, more guppies coming along, more females. All right, so just a beautiful king cobra female here. It's very similar to your red females, but just has that little bit of black patterning on the fins there, on the top and on the tail fin there. So that's your king cobra, red king cobra female. Moving along with some more females, and we have your red blonde females. Okay, so a little bit of creamy color body, got that blonde tail right up into the top dorsal fin, little red on it. And then we have, of course, an assorted all different types. So you can see in the bag here, we have some half blacks, reds, yellows, maybe some red tuxedos, just assortment of different females there. We did get a lot of other females in like yellow, just standards, but we can't show you everything. It's just too much. I did want to show you these one. This is a new Endler species. Again, some of these are going to go home with me, and we're going to have a bit of play with them. And this guy here is your golden jet Endler. All right, so it's something we haven't seen before, and you're not really going to see the color of them in the bag there, but they're really cool. They've got a lot of yellow on them. They've got that black saddle on the back of them, making them really unique. Twin little eye tail on them. So they're just something different. We haven't had these before. All right, so they're quite nice. No females, unfortunately. Being a new species, the breeders do tend to keep the females back. However, some lovely males, and they breed quite nicely if you cross them, particularly if you cross them with your blonde Endler. They'll come up with quite a nice species will come out. Of course, you're not going to get as many puras because you are hybridizing, but all Endlers have been hybridized anyway. They've been man-made, except for the one pure strain, to make all these lovely variants that we have. All right, rolling out, and we have an Emperor Tetra. Now, quickly shot you a little bit of footage this morning to overlay on these to have a look what they look like once they settle in, because they don't look like much in the bag. But we did have gold Emperor Tetras, and of course, once they settle in the tank and we put a video up, everyone jumped on those. Now, these are the albino Emperor Tetras. Now, these guys, once they sell in the aquarium, they actually go really, really nice platinum white. and then they have that blue iridescent sheen on it, and you'll see it on that footage there, that little bit of blue shining through on them. Beautiful fish. The emperor tetras, they are stunning temperatures. They never show in the bags what they look like until they settle in. Now, talking about emperor tetras, we've got a new one here. This is a high requested emperor tetra. We get asked, do you ever get the rainbows? Can you get me rainbow emperor tetras? We haven't been able to get them in the past, but guess what? We've got them. All right. So here's your emperor tetra, and this is your rainbow emperor tetra. All right. There's a little picture there on the screen just to show you what it looks like as the male is mature. But they're a stunning, stunning fish. All right. Rolling on, really, really good batch of rummy noses, okay? All right, so very common tetra. We have them here all the time. It'd be very uncommon for us not to have rummy nose here tetras, but they're really cool. They've got that little black and white flag tail. Of course, they're called rummy nose because it's got that red nose. Now, they are quite a good little schooling tetra, so they do like to be in a group, and so make sure you do need stock up with a few of those for your aquarium. They're not really a single swimming fish. Just going to pass this one through really quickly and show you. This is just cardinals. All right, every week we get cardinals in. There's nothing special about those, just standard cardinals. Last week we got some crackers in. These ones here, I've got these at home myself in a few different variations. These are your coolie loaches. So they're nice and fat and healthy at the moment, which is great. You know, these are just your striped coolies swimming around there. Now, we do have some giants available. We do have some chocolates available. We do also have the neon whip coolie available currently. So we've got a few different species. And I was lucky enough earlier on the week in a bag of these that arrived. There's a couple of unique ones in there. I've never actually seen them before, so I took them home. All right, I just wanted to bring these up and show you because they are a really, really good batch at the moment. And these are your little pygmy cories. So again, little nano species, doesn't get very big. My wife breeds these at home, and we've got them in most of our tanks. We've also got the spotted pygmy. This guy here is great for those nano aquariums. So there's just a tiny little Corydoras species. And these guys are almost adult size that have come in today. So they're really, really chunky fish. All right, moving on. We'll grab another box. We'll pull it through. All right, moving on to some goldfish. All right, so probably the most popular ranchu at the moment is these guys. These are your black. Now, with your ranchu, we do check them every time they come in because they are known to have a genetic defect of having no eyes. However, it has been for the last probably 4 months. Every batch that's come in, it's got really good body shape, really nice curvature on the back, and they've all got eyes, okay? So, you know, if you're after black ranchu, I think this was the last lot I brought from the wholesaler, but the wholesalers will get more in. All right, so a really nice ranchu collection. They're black too. So moving on, and we've got some calico and red and rice, different colors of ranchu here. So nice calico ranchu in amongst the mix there. Really nice one swimming here. It's got this black saddle. All right, if it turns around, it's really cool on the top of its body there. Really nice looking fish actually. Not as well curved as those blacks, okay, but that's what you pay for. The blacks are a little bit more expensive, but these are just your assorted ranchu. Everyone's favorite when it comes to mollies is your balloon molly. So these are very popular because they don't get as large as your normal mollies, and being balloon shaped, you either love it or you hate it. They are far less aggressive. And you can see there with that silver one there showing off in the middle of the screen, they're sailfin. So there's quite a few sailfins amongst them, male and females. Nice little silver male there putting up his sail. Black one there, a little small sail on that black one. But that's your balloon molly. So good coloration, mix of colors, got golds, got silvers, got black. All right, so we've just hit spring, guys. So what does that mean? The mosquitoes are about to be out in that warm water that's out in your ponds. Now, everyone asks, what can I put in my ponds to eat mosquitoes? So, you know, the first big thing we go to is the Pacific blue eye, the Australian Pacific blue eye. Great little fish for those ponds that eats all those mosquito larvae. And the great thing about the Pacific blue eyes, it won't eat your frog's eggs, so it won't harm your native species. All right. However, they are a little bit pricey, and this here is a cheaper alternative. And this is your white cloud minnow, okay? But this guy will eat frogs' eggs, okay? So if you've got that ecosystem, you are concerned about little green tree frogs or anything like that, this guy will eat the eggs, and it will eat the little baby tadpoles that hatch. So not for you. But if you do have that little water feature and you're worried about mosquitoes, you don't want to fork out the money for Pacific blue eyes, these are really cheap. They're like $3 each. As a Pacific blue eyes, about $10 each. So this is a cheaper alternative. And of course, the more you buy with these, the cheaper they get, because we do have a multi-buy discount on them. So that's your white clouds. We also have gold white clouds in store, which to me personally is a much nicer looking fish. Really good batch of these guys at the moment. And these are your Darnio, little gold Darnios. Now we've got two different colours, two different variants of the same colour here. Now these are your gold Darnios, and you can see they're nice and fat and healthy. These are your long fin. I absolutely love long fin gold Darnios because, you know, in my generation, we grew up with the never-ending story and Falcor, that love dragon. This guy looks like Falcor, the luck dragon. Swimming around the tank's got that long, flowing fins, that gold colour. Really cool fish. Easy to keep. Really easy to keep. Probably the easiest aquarium fish to keep is your Darnio. All right, coming down to an end here, guys, but just got a shipment of some shrimp in as well. Not sure if you can see them in their bag there, but you've got your little blue shrimp showing off you can see them flicking around there. They don't like me touching them in the bag. There's actually a couple of Rillies in there, but I know the staff have jumped on going, oh, I want the Rillie, I want the Rillies. All right, considering in the bag they're showing the colour, because if you know shrimp, put them in a bag, they lose all their colour. So there we go, some nice blue shrimp there. Just come in today, so if you are looking for some shrimp, come down and grab them. All right, we're just going to finish up with a couple of different snail varieties, okay? So we do have here your Blackfoot. So these guys look like a jade snail. So they're sort of, some people call them green. So they're like a jade. They're like a mystery snail, but they have a Blackfoot. So they've got that gold shell with a Blackfoot, but because they've got that Blackfoot, that black internal, you can see it through that gold shell, and it sort of gives them that green jade look, and they call them jade mystery snails. Along the lines of that, we also have here your Blackfoot, looks like a tortoise. So tortoise, Blackfoots and Whitefoots. All right, so the whites, they call them albinos. So the tortoiseshell mystery snail comes in white and black, so standard Blackfoot, and the white they call the albino tortoiseshell. All right, so a couple of different variations of snails there. We do still have in store some lovely blue mystery snails. I think we've got maybe some whites out there, and of course we've got your red ram's horns and stuff like that. So that's it, guys. That's probably finishing up our unboxing. But of course, at Aquarium Central here, we get fish every day of the week. So we only do this on Fridays. We can't do this every day of the week. So if you're a local, come on down to Aquarium Central, 11 Pike Street, Cunda Park. Have a look around. Every week we are on the hunt for something new and exciting. And if you're not online, jump on our website and have a look what we've got. We've got probably the largest variety of fish that you can choose from. At the moment as well, we do have a deal on our website. If you order $150 worth of fish or more, free shipping to your door. That's right. We're not even charging you for freight. So if you spend over $150 on fish, we will ship it to you free to your door. No freight charges. So that's going to help everyone get into the hobby, grab some of these goodies without having to pay that freight charge. Until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.